Good morning, Panthers. I'm Isaac Dudley.
And I'm Ian Parra.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, it's time for some announcements.
Upperclassmen, there are still college representative visits taking place, so if you're interested in what's left, feel free to sign up with Miss Chung. The colleges coming are as follows.
Short-term college classes start the week of October 6th. Make sure to check your West Hills College portal to request a textbook if your class calls for it. If you're still interested in signing up, check for open classes in your West Hills College portal.
LMCHS leadership has created a Google Classroom for everyone to join. It's highly recommended you join, as you will be provided with notifications about important events going on in our school community. The code to join is BPMAN8. Again, that's BPMAN8.
New iPad cases have arrived and are ready to be picked up. Head over to Miss Anaya with your student ID in order to pick up yours.
Interact Club members, if you are planning on participating in the Day of the Dead event, attend required meetings. Keep your permission slips, as you are required to turn them in and attend the first meeting. For the specific date and place, check your permission slip.
Do you have any spare books that you're looking to get rid of? Haley Legaretta is accepting books for a book drive up until October 6th. You can find the donation box in Miss Pathel's classroom. That's room 501. These books are going to the Salvation Army in Hanford.
Round 2 of LMCHS Pet Appreciation is live. If you want to see a picture of your cute animals in the newspaper, email them to the email provided.
And now, onto a word with you, with our special guest host, Alex Panthera.
Greetings, Panthers. I'm Alex Panthera, host of this week's A Word With You. Tensions are rising between the United States of America and North Korea. The United States has been in an armistice with North Korea since 1953. However, recent events have put that in jeopardy. North Korea continues to test ballistic missiles that could potentially reach mainland U.S., despite constant warnings from the White House to cease these activities. Tensions reached an all-time high when President Donald Trump referred to Kim Jong-un as a little rocket man at a Werner von Braun Center conference. North Korea's government has been inexcusably tyrannical. Because of the secluded nature of North Korea, we know little about the quality of life of its people. However, via North Korean defectors and Allied intelligence, we are aware of numerous labor camps in North Korea, not unlike the concentration camps used during World War II by the Third Reich. North Korean defectors have informed the United States that they have been cutting spending from agriculture, something North Korea desperately needs in its ongoing famine, in order to pay for nuclear and ballistics weapons development. To make matters worse, diplomacy with North Korea is at an all-time low. Leaders of both nations refuse to effectively communicate with each other, and many diplomatic discussions are devolving into petty insults on social media. Most recently, President Trump said over Twitter, "Just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes the thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer," which was taken as a formal declaration of war by North Korean leadership, and they now claim the right to shoot down U.S. aircraft. Should the United States continue to pursue diplomatic relations, or is warfare the only remaining option? Taking this into consideration, we asked a number of students on campus how they felt the situation with North Korea should be dealt with.
Honestly, I don't think we have a major conflict yet. We can't really take back what we already said, so I think we just kind of not stop addressing it, but stop causing more problems with it, and hopefully North Korea will calm down.
How should the United States end? I think the United States has been trying to end the current conflict with North Korea for quite a while. I think that there has been lots of things. They've tried diplomacy. They've tried a lot of sanctions, and I think sanctions is really the answer. But unfortunately, it has to come from an international effort. And only recently have we seen this international effort step up with like China and Russia, and they have to step up, or else they're just going to continue. Because why shouldn't they? India got to, Israel got to, Pakistan got to. They created nuclear weapons with little backlash from the international community. And I just don't think that the UN or security councils have really done everything they could do to put the pressure on, because it takes an international effort to keep the world safe.
I feel like we should really get into it anyway. I'm too busy doing my studies, so it ain't my problem. What I mean is, don't bother him. Don't mess with him. Don't bother. Just leave him alone. He's like a bully. Leave him alone. He goes away.
Should the White House be more respectful when addressing and speaking with its enemies?
Oh, yeah, I don't think anything, just like a schoolyard fight, I don't think anything comes from yelling and screaming at each other. I think it's kind of just say what you need to say and move on. I'm not sure you should tweet anything that is about how we're going to set your house on fire, you know. I mean, because North Korea says that to South Korea all the time, and bad things happen. So yeah, I think you should be, I mean, you're a diplomat, be diplomatic.
Yes. It's not all right to just go out and bash people just because you don't like them, or countries.
I got no comment on that one.
Do you feel that the United States could recover from the economic impact of another foreign war at this time?
I think we could recover, but I don't think it would be quick enough to stop any future problems. I don't think it would be effective for us to go into a war, especially right now.
I already answered this question, but should the United States continue to explore diplomatic options?
Yes. I think if we figure out a way to stop any war or any future conflicts, it would be most effective for the country.
I don't even think it's a recovery. Unfortunately, I think through history we see that it's a progression. I think the American economy will progress with the war, and I think that's the danger of another war, is that things might be better for the U.S. We've seen through World War I and II that we do very well economically when we're under wars. But if it comes down to the kind of war I think we would have with North Korea, it's not a matter of economically recovering, but recovering from nuclear war. So that would be horrible. I mean, we can barely recover from hurricanes.
Don't know, to be honest. That's all for all the folks up in Washington. That ain't my problem.
Don't you think that this is something that is immediately affecting you and should be something that students should think about and be concerned about?
No, not really. If anything does happen, the military's got stuff to defend us, and I shouldn't really worry since the guy's over a few thousand miles away and can't even get anywhere. Doesn't have the resources as far as I know.
Are you aware that we don't really know that much about the military might, and they could actually have ballistic missiles that could reach mainland U.S., aka California?
They could, but we also got defense systems as far as I know. I remember reading it somewhere.
One of the key issues with the conflict in North Korea is the lack of general knowledge of the situation. Many individuals are unaware of the impending struggle, and those that are often fail to realize the history of strife. As a result, many people feel the situation can simply resolve itself with time, despite the amount of time that has already passed. Students recognize that warfare is not a viable solution for the United States, as the potential environmental and economic damage is far too great. The United States should continue to pursue more respectful diplomatic relations. This has been A Word With You. Now back to the announcements.
Welcome back. Now it's time for the pun of the week.
Hey Isaac, I just realized something.
And what's that?
No matter how far you push the envelope, it will always be stationary.
That's it for this episode. Have a great week.
It's been 30 whole years of me thinking about you every day. Sometimes for hours, sometimes in passing. Saw you from the bottom of the staircase. Stood out for hours as you complained about how you haven't seen your friends yet. That you're too drunk to stand and you not knowing if you can love him forever. You missed me there, I said it. I guess I'll talk to you in a few months. Sitting drunk on the sidewalk, I guess I'll get up, I guess I'll go for a walk. Brush my shoes against the pavement, I swear this is gonna be the 100th time I've thought of you tonight. You weren't the only one who thought of us that way. I spend most nights awake, wide awake. I never thought that I would see